yesterday my gauge mount came in, and I wanted to share this with you guys in case it's something you might be interested in doing in your project and show you how to do it. So this is the original vent that goes right over here where I mounted the gauge. This is the gauge mount that I ordered. I ordered this on Etsy. The seller's name is TB3D Design. If I remember correctly, I think it was about $30, which, I mean, for something that I haven't seen anywhere else, I think that's a fair price, and it's a nice product, and it got here to me pretty quickly. I want to show you how to get this thing installed. So obviously they look a little bit different. The factory vent has a little trim piece that goes around it, and it's just held on with little push-on tabs. So you use a little screwdriver or something just to pop it up over those tabs. And then you should be able to get your trim piece off. Just like that. Then your trim piece, it just snaps onto your new gauge mount. Boom. Just like that. Fits perfectly. And then the next step is get your gauge mounted in. So this is your standard, what is it, 2 5/8 size gauge? I can't remember, 52 millimeters. You know, tons of gauges come in this size. My AEM wideband here, luckily for me, the wires just unplug out of the back of it really easily. I can unscrew my little mount bolts, and then I should be able to sit this right in to the mount. Now, I did read a review that said it may need a little bit of modification to fit correctly. And it looks like that's the case with mine. I need to adjust just a little bit. So let me take a closer look here and figure out what I need to do to make this fit right. Alright, well, I had to do more modification than I wanted to, especially for something that, I mean, it's a brand new part that was supposed to fit. So, buyer beware if you plan on using this for an AEM wideband gauge. That's not going to fit. You're going to have to modify it. I guess a gauge that has a smaller trim might fit better. I don't know. But a hot knife, it's just ABS plastic, so it's very easy to cut, mold, and shape with just a hot knife. So we've got the gauge mounted up in here now. Let's get it in the truck. All right, let's see if this thing sticks back in here and lights up for us. Snap. Come on. Snap. Okay. Oh, let's get the key and see how it looks. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. From my perspective of driving, it's very plainly visible to me without taking my eyes off the road or off the other gauges. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I can live with that. I'll take it. And once it's in place too, I mean, it's nice and clean now. I can still turn from side to side if I need to adjust it a little bit. But overall, I'm happy with that. I'll take it. All right, everybody, it's the next day. Moving right along on this. My ProLink came for this truck today. So you don't have to buy a new ProLink for each vehicle. I mean, you can move your wideband sensor and your ProLink along from one project to the next as you finish your tuning. Being that I'm probably going to continually be trying to improve my tunes and all of my project vehicles, I just ordered another ProLink for this one. It's got its own wideband sensor also. So I'm going to get this wired in and then see if we can't get it to idle a little bit better and get those air-fuel ratios down where they should be. All right, well, we've got it all wired in. It's actually easy to tuck all the wires up out of the way so they're hidden. So now we just need to get it, get the HP tuners hooked up and get that input registered into the program. Okay, so we've got our ProLink all wired in. We need to get this set up into our VCM scanner. So you open the VCM scanner, then you go to Add Channel, the little button with the gear and a plus sign on it. Click that. We're looking at external inputs. You need to choose which version you have. I have the MPVI2. And then I'm using ProLink. Now it gives you the two options of your two analog inputs. I wired mine to the blue input. Double click, and then you'll see it adds that to your channel list over here. So you can close out this window. Now once it's showing on your channel list, you need to tell HP Tuners what sensor this is so it understands how to interpret the signal. And to do that, you right click, click transform. Now this is an oxygen sensor, an air-fuel ratio oxygen sensor, and then it gives you the whole list of the oxygen sensors that HP Tuners recognizes and knows what they are. Mine is an AEM 30-0300, so I'm going to choose that option. See, it knows wideband AEM. It's an air-fuel ratio sensor. Click OK. And now I see that it has that definition right down here in my channel list. Now I should be good to go. I should be able to turn the key on, connect to the vehicle, start scanning, and it should read. So I turn the key on, connect to the vehicle, start scanning. Now I can see right here is my air-fuel ratio reading. The sensor is heating up. Now I'm reading about 16, which makes sense. The engine's not running, so I'm reading about 16. I'm going to start it up. And now my air-fuel ratio reading is about the same as what it's displaying on the gauge, so I know I'm logging. And that's pretty much, that's how you get it connected into your HP tuners, to log. All right, everybody, I think I'm gonna call that it for this video. Just a couple quick, hopefully helpful pieces of information for you. We've got our wideband oxygen sensor mounted up. I really like this position for it. I'm happy with that. We've got our ProLink wired in to be able to read our air-fuel ratios and HP tuners and work on getting that tuned to where it needs to be. So I'm gonna wrap it up there. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you found this helpful. Don't forget, if you have a name suggestion for this project, leave it down in the comments. I'm really not good at thinking of names, so I'm looking to all of you for help on this one. And until the next video, take care.